This is literally the most nutty nonsense I've ever heard of. Not this camera, but all the conspiracy theories about this. The Q button and the placement where it's at on the X-T30. Been shooting it for most of the day. I did not accidentally even once hit the Q button, which is located right here on top of this absolutely enormous, larger than any other Fujifilm camera ever made. This huge, huge bump. Yeah, Fujifilm did that on purpose. Right now online, on Diaper Review, on some of these Fuji forums, okay? Maybe it's people that have, like, Sasquatch thumbs. I mean, is my thumb that big? My thumb is about medium size, right? Yeah, the reason why that bump is so big, if you actually put your thumb where it's supposed to go, right like this, and your finger right there, a la the shutter release, you're never going to hit it. That bump is huge. It's huge. How is it anybody would accidentally perch their thumb on the tip of Mount Everest here, which is what this is in terms of... There's conspiracy theories all over the place. As soon as I mentioned I got the Fujifilm X-T30, people are like, what do you think about that Q button placement? I was like, well, what the hell are you talking about? Oh my god. And I went online, and there are people that are just like having a hissy fit. I gotta keep it. I'm not being facetious. How is anybody accidentally touching that Q button? I mean, do they have like Sasquatch thumbs? I mean, seriously, how is it they're doing that? Do you see where my thumb is? This is where you're supposed to put your thumb on the back of the X-T30. Yeah? This is exactly where you're supposed to put it, right there. Yeah. This would be so uncomfortable and unnatural. How could anybody accidentally pick this camera up and grab it like this? I can see someone doing that once when they first get the camera. You want to actually talk about the incorrect placement of the Q button on a Fujifilm camera? Let me show it to you. Here it is on the X100F. Absolutely love the hell out of this camera. This is exactly where you don't want it. Now, if you notice right here, the Q button has no bump at all. You can accidentally bump this sucker on a daily shoot so many times because there's nothing there. All you have to do is, like, let your hands get sweaty and you'll slip over and boop, you'll hit it. You see that? This, girlfriend, is the incorrect placement of the Q button. This is incorrect placement. This is a design error from Fujifilm on the X100F camera. This, on the X-T30, I had a few people back when the X100F came out, because this is so easy to bump. People are like, I accidentally keep hitting the Q button. I was like, yeah, you're right. You're right. I agree with you. I accidentally keep hitting it too. This is the only thing I hate about the X100. There's no bump there. You see that? You see that? Here, however, I'm serious. Honest to God, serious as a heart attack. I'm being serious. How in God's name is anybody accidentally hitting the Q button on top of Mount Everest there? Do you see that? How? How are they doing it? How are they doing it? How? I'm being dead serious. How are they doing it? Why is there this online eruption of Jabberwocky and Logomaki? That's some great words right there. Logomaki. How is it? There's page after page on Diaper Review. Now, of course, I don't know. Are they people just like enormous thumbs? I mean, my thumb's not small. It's not big either. I mean, I've seen some big-ass thumbs. How is it they're doing that? I didn't accidentally even touch it once today. Not even accidentally. How are they doing it? You got to tell me, what is the mystery? Everybody's talking about, complaining about the Q button placement. How? Here you go. You stick your thumb right there. Yeah, at the base of Mount Everest. And no matter what you do, you're not ever going to hit the Q button. Yeah? Your thumb is never going to accidentally slide up Mount Everest. It's never going to happen. This is how you're supposed to hold the X-T30. I'm being dead serious. I'm not actually being facetious or sarcastic. I don't get it. How is anybody accidentally hitting it? You're going to have to explain. I have already had two people, even though I'm not even talked about the X-T30, complain to me saying about the Q button. What about the Q button? What about the Q button on the X-T30? What about the Q button? What? Yeah, something's going on. I have no idea what the thumbs... Post an image of your thumb if you have an X-T30. I don't know how you're doing it. I don't get it. This is exactly how that should be placed. Now, there's no other place on the back of this camera for the Q button. No other place. They stuck it there, and they stuck it on the top of Mount Everest so you would not accidentally touch it. That's exactly how I would do it. This is exactly how I would not do it. I did complain about this because it's an issue. I've had this camera now for a long time, and you still accidentally touch it because you see there's no bump there. No bump at all. It's just like a little nipple. Yeah, a little nipple. Yeah, a little nipple. Yeah, and this is, I don't know, a nipple on the end of Dolly Parton or something. Yeah, I think you get my point. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. Fuji! I still don't get it.